In today's video, we're making better than Lush bath bombs. My girlfriend Amanda and I made these a little while ago and we really love them, and so we thought we would share them with you. Make sure you stay till the very end of the video where I share tricks and tips on how not to fail horribly at making these. Alright, let's get started!
Here are the ingredients you're going to need: baking soda, citric acid, Epsom salts, corn starch. You're also going to need an oil. We chose grapeseed oil, essential oils, as well as food coloring, which is completely optional. We found these kitchen tools to be pretty useful. To be precise, we weighed the dry ingredients, but a measuring cup will do if you don't have a scale. And hey, you're going to need a setting tray, aka a muffin pan, or you can be creative and use fun-shaped cookie cutters. And now we'll mix all of the dry ingredients together. We have the citric acid, Epsom salts, corn starch, and baking soda. In a separate container, we're going to mix our wet ingredients, which includes water and the oil that you chose. Optional is the essential oils and food coloring. To make things fun, we made 3 different batches consisting of different colors and different scents. I'll show you how we made those now. The first batch we made consisted of energizing citrus scents, including 15 drops of lemon and 15 drops of orange. To get the orange color, we then added red and yellow food coloring and mixed vigorously. Next, we made a relaxing batch, adding 15 drops of lavender and 15 drops of peppermint. We added purple food coloring and shook vigorously. In the last batch, we added blue food coloring with 15 drops of eucalyptus and 15 drops of lavender. Make sure you've mixed together your dry ingredients, and we're going to slowly start adding the wet ingredients to the dry. At the end of the video, I'm going to share tricks and tips on how to do this successfully so you don't fail horribly. Repeat this on the other batches, making sure that there are no clumps when you're done. Looking good in the hood. Now, on to the fun part. We are so close to being done. Now is the time to get creative with how you would like to set your bath bombs. We're going to add them into the tray using different colors and different layers, so that way when they come out, they can look pretty and unique and different. Once the trays are full, you're going to pack the mixture as tightly as you can. Pay special attention to the outer edges, as these areas are likely to crumble the easiest. Take the bath bombs out of the tray and set them aside so they can dry. Check it, don't wreck it! Those are some nice looking bath bombs. They smell good, they look pretty, and they're going to be so much fun to use in the tub.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give a thumbs up. Also, if you decide to make these bath bombs, totally comment below and let us know how it went. And if you have any other tricks and tips to add, make sure you add those so other people who make them don't make the same mistakes as maybe you or I did. It's time for tricks and tips. The first tip that I have to share with you is when you're adding the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, make sure that you mix them very, very, very slowly. If you start to see any kind of fizzing, that means that you're adding it too quickly. If they begin to fizz before they set, that means that your bath bomb is going to be destroyed and they're not going to fizz in your tub. The second tip that I have to offer is making sure that when you put the mixtures into the tins, that you're really pushing them down. If you have any areas where there's air or it's not really compact, they're going to crumble and fall apart when you take them out of your setting containers. The third tip, when you're picking out your setting containers, you want to pick something that doesn't have a lip on the edge. Because when you flip your container over and you're trying to get the bath bomb out of the mold of the container, it's going to get stuck and that area is going to crumble and fall apart, or you might not even be able to get it out of the container. My fourth tip, steer clear of any kind of ball. Those are really hard to pack in, put together, and come apart without completely wrecking your entire bath bomb. It's just a hot mess, it's not worth it, we tried it, totally not worth your time. The fifth tip, make sure that before you put your mixtures into the setting trays, they're not completely dried. So once you've mixed the wet and dry ingredients, you want to make sure that you put those into the setting trays immediately. If you wait too long, you won't be able to pack them together and they're going to crumble and fall apart. The sixth tip, make sure when your bath bombs are drying, if they're not drying in another sealed container. So even though you've taken them out of your container, don't put them into another container with like a closed lid or with a bag, because all of your bath bombs are going to off gas, and if they can't dry correctly or if they off gas like all crazy, you might blow up the container or the bag. You won't have any crazy explosions, but you know what I'm talking about here. All right. Thank you very much for stopping in again and checking out Antler.City.Style. If you really like this video, I encourage you to give it the thumbs up so I can make more videos like this in the future. And also, in order to not miss out on other videos in the future, totally subscribe!
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. I look forward to seeing you in my future videos.